All right, let's go over your automation. So I'm going to start kind of with the first series of this automation. So the first step is an appointment is booked in this savings and incentive analysis. And you'll notice this automation is going to kind of loop back together. So I'm just going to go through each step. So first, the appointment is going to be auto confirmed. Then it's going to be assigned to Dylan. And the system is going to tag it as appointment booked and appointment confirmed. Next, what happens is an email is sent from Acts 29 and that email to the client, and it says, "Hi, first name, your appointment has been confirmed for the start date at the start time. Let us know if you have any questions in the meantime. We look forward to seeing you at your home," and then puts the full address. The hope would be that if it's typed in correctly, they would then reach back out and say, "Hey, that's not the right address." You also have an add to Google, add to Outlook, cancel, and reschedule button. I wouldn't worry about the cancel button because I've set an automation to try and rebook the client. So I would leave that cancel button on. Makes them feel like they have more control, but we're still going to try and book them again. Next, it's going to set them in the sales pipeline at the stage of set. It's going to text you and Dylan. So this is the text that Dylan gets. You get the exact same one. Client has booked an appointment, which has already been confirmed. It gives you the full name, their address, phone number, email, their utility company, and the average monthly electric bill. Same thing goes out to you. Then the client gets a text message. Your appointment with Acts 29 Solar has been confirmed. We will see you at your home. Full address, on, start date, and at start time from Acts 29 Solar. Then it's going to wait 24 hours before the appointment. And then it's going to email the client again. It's going to be from Acts 29 and that email address. Your solar meeting is in 24 hours. Hi, first name. Just a friendly reminder that I like that better. Your appointment is in 24 hours. Our tech will reach out to you when they are on their way. We will meet you at their address tomorrow at appointment start time. Next, it's going to do a 1 hour before the appointment. It's going to say just a friendly reminder that your appointment is 1 hour at their address. Your tech, it's going to insert Dylan's name here because it's auto assigning this contact to Dylan. We'll reach out to you and let you know when they're on their way. Then it's going to send a text message with basically the same information. It's going to wait 2 hours after the appointment. And then it's going to text and email this alert. So it's going to text you and Dylan. So depending on who actually took the appointment, did the contact show for their appointment? There's going to be a link here, and there's going to be a link here. So depending on if it's a yes or if it's a no, you'll click that particular link. And where that's going to take you is to two different forms. So when we're looking at the forms, it's just a one button form to make it super simple. So you don't have to move the client's contact information over or remember anything like that. If they no-showed and that's the button you click that no, they didn't show, all you have to do is click this button again. It's going to register them as a no-show. If they did in fact show, then you're going to see this when you click on the yes, and it will register them as show. So those are what those two buttons are there. Same thing's going to go out in email form. So depending on which your preferred communication is, you'll have it one way or the other, but you only need to record it once. Then it's going to wait 2 hours after that text message and email are sent, and it's going to look for the showed tag. So once you've filled out this form that says that they have showed, right? Then it's going to add a tag that says that they showed, and it's going to remove the original 2 tags that we had. And then it's going to follow down this little track here if the condition is met. It's going to create the sales pipeline, and it's going to update it from set to showed. And then it's going to send you, Dirk, a text that says, so-and-so just completed an appointment. So that's the first kind of series of automations that we have here. I'm going to go ahead and save that little change we made. This is just that appointment showed form. This is your appointment no-showed form. So it will tag them as no-show. It will remove the original tags, and it will update the appointment status also to no-show. And let's go ahead and update this status as well, just to keep everything in line and nice and simple. But this will avoid you having to log into the system to actually register if they showed or no-showed. So that's those two. Then you've got your no-show initial touch. So once an appointment status is updated to no-show, then it's going to remove Dylan as the assigned user, and it's going to attempt to reschedule that appointment right away. So sorry you weren't able to make your appointment. Let's get you rescheduled. You can book another day and time that will work for you by clicking here. It's just a link to that calendar that they've already kind of seen or that they've already filled the form out for. We look forward to speaking with you. It's also going to text them the exact same information. It's going to wait 1 day, and then it's going to dump them into this automation. And so what we can do here as well is we can wait 1 day and we'll do an if else. So we'll do if not booked, and this can be, let's see, let's do custom value. Let's do contact details. Last appointment at is in the next 2 weeks. And I might play around with that. We just want it to, if it hasn't booked, we're going to send it into this next automation. This is your rescheduler. So there's no workflow trigger. The only way that people can get added into this is if they go through the negative side of that last automation that we were in. So if we go to this automation, it's going to assign the contact to Whitney O'Shea. It's then going to send an appointment prompt to the client that says, hi, we are excited to sit down to discuss your solar options and savings. Is now a good time to get your appointment scheduled. Now, Whitney doesn't have to send this text. It's going to automatically go out. And then the system is going to wait for a response, or it's going to time out after a day. So let's go down the shorter track first. Let's say they do not respond within a day. It's then going to text Whitney and say, so-and-so needs a new appointment. The system tried but was not successful in rebooking the client. Please reach out to them at their phone number and or email to get them back on the schedule. It's going to send that exact same information over to her email. Now let's say that they did respond within the day. Then the system's going to look and say, was the response positive or negative? So again, let's go down the shorter track. So if the response was negative, then she's going to get the exact same message as before, but it's going to say, here was the client's response when the system reached out. And it's actually going to fill in whatever that text said. So whether it's stop or quit bugging me or anything negative, she's going to know what they said before she actually calls and emails them to try and rebook that appointment. Same exact message goes out to email. Now let's say that the intent was positive. So if she goes down this track, it's going to send them a link with the calendar already on it. So the hope would be that they just book the calendar event themselves. It's going to wait until it has the tag appointment confirmed. And then we're going to go down, if they are appointment booked, then it's going to say appointment booked and appointment confirmed. And remember, then it's going to falter back to that original confirmation line. So it's going to go right back to here because the appointment is going to be booked in this calendar. It will automatically be marked as confirmed, and that same track happens again. If for some reason they responded positively, but then they did not book after a day, then it's going to go back to this message and it's going to tell her to reach out, but it's still going to say, here's what they did say. So it might be a positive response, but Whitney will know before she calls. And then the last series of this is the cancellation. So if they do cancel, when the appointment is marked as cancel, it's going to add a tag that says appointment canceled. It's going to remove Dylan. It's going to try and reschedule. It's going to text them that same similar message, and then it's going to add them back into this track. So it's going to try and book that appointment again, and then bring Whitney in if the computer cannot. So that is the automation. If you have any questions, write them down. I'm also going to send you a calendar link for my Zoom, because we won't launch this live until you and I've sat down, we answer any questions you have, we make any last minute adjustments that you need, anything like that. But beyond that, that is your custom automation. Talk soon.